Welcome back to another Tony Montana video. This is the second part of a series that I'm going to be responding to this video, but because I'm just breaking it down, it takes a little longer. For the individuals that don't know, this person has a channel on YouTube. Incredibly, has a lot of apparently a lot of subscribers, and has been on part of YouTube for a very long time. Many years, and apparently he sells all kinds of dogs, all kinds of bull type dogs, and one of them is the American People Terrier. I guess he has his hands on different I guess subject matters, and he chooses sometimes to get at other people or talk about other people. So I am again responding to him rather than talking about him. So I'm responding, breaking him down, his question or his statements, clarifying and showing that again, people sometimes are not really. When you get down to it, they show that really they don't know much or too much about the breed or whatever they're selling you on YouTube. I don't sell anything. I'm not. I do have a job, I do have a career, and then I enjoy the breed again. And I don't sell dogs, don't sell collars, don't sell books, don't sell anything. I do try to provide information in both English and Spanish. Anyway, let's get back to the subject matter of breaking this individual's video about me and about my situation.
This is why they play tug of war with their real pit bulls. This is why they put them with a dog that is aggressive around him, so he could know and get taught from the biggest dogs that is doing aggressive shit.
All right, so you hear that again. I'm gonna just tackle the part that of bringing a puppy to another dog that is acting a certain way that apparently the individual wants in their dogs, and these are behavior, these are mannerisms, and do not, them jumping up and down when they see you, or hit the chain, the end of the chain all the time, bah bah bah. That might be something that you, as in the individual, want your dogs to show as an outside shell, like it makes a posturing part of their behavior. It's the posturing that you enjoy. Doesn't mean that individual, the nitty gritty, the marrow, is what individual back in the day we called gameness. Okay, but you're just looking for, and I guess trying to show that puppy to act a certain way that it really isn't productive towards the standard of the American People Terrier, in terms of making him any better, because whatever he is, it doesn't matter. Like a Grand Champion Buck, I'm just touching on history. Grand Champion Buck was raised by a guy in the house. I believe he was the house dog, and he was just too much. Again, the genetics and the individual's lack of ability to diffuse or reduce that energy level and a lot of stuff. Again, it just didn't work out. But again, it's just genetic, my friend. Not my friend, because you're not my friend, but master of nothing. Really, you really have to learn. Take back, and you say you have a college education. Maybe do a remedial, some remedial for genetics, because hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry, I got distracted for a second. Let's continue.
It's like a pointer, bro, right? You go out in the wild and a pointer points. A retriever retrieves, right? You throwing the like a little floating thing in the water, and you tell him the dog to go out and get that floating thing. You training him to retrieve and bring it back to you. You training him to retrieve and bring it back to you. It's like an American Pit Bull Terrier, bro. You training him to be on the treadmill, to run, to get better wind, better hunting skills, right? You training him to do better shit, right? Like, these people don't understand.
All right, I'll stop it right there. Yeah, like you said, a retriever retrieves, a pointer will point. These are not things that are taught. These are things that are honed. Again, it's the honing, the refining that is being done. Simon, leave it alone. It's refining. Basically, it's the refining of the traits that they're seeing in those individuals that get to that point, or get to that point in their training, in their maturation. Because obviously, not all of the retrievers will retrieve, and those are the ones that are called in, or the pointers that don't point are the ones that are called removed from the program. Or retrievers that go retrieve, but they eat the dog, eat the price. Those will be also, again, there's a genetic influence here that you're kind of acknowledging, but you're not seeing really, because again, you are when things are done. For example, this individual, I'm still working on him not acting a fool every time he sees another dog somewhere across the street. Because these pretty much, one of them is a cold dog, but the other one, I can pretty much get him to, I persuade him to move on, not stay in that mentality of let's bark at each other. But again, if the other dogs start barking, that might trigger him off. But again, I'm working with genetics rather than fighting against it. Okay, but you're not understanding that it's genetics 80% and 20% human influence.
About real shit, how to train a dog. Boxer's been trained. American Pit Bull Terrier, you're supposed to train them as a puppy.
All right, boxers are again, or if we're talking about professional boxers, not all of them are, make the cut. There's people that have innate natural abilities. Those are the ones that are grabbed and refined. I'll give you an example. Mike Tyson had a innate ability to punch very, very hard, and he had a very quick movement, and he was very powerful for his weight. So individuals that were experienced saw those innate traits and said, "Hey, you're going to be a champion." Even before they did anything to that, you're going to be a champion. We just have to refine or just fine tune you to that point. Okay. All right. Let's see if I can make another one before I have to cut these.
And that's real facts. It's 80% of the handler.
Nope.
And 20% of the dog.
Wrong. You read it wrong, buddy.
You gotta understand this, man. They really got to understand.
If it was like that, any dog could do everything. Okay.
People shouldn't be animal aggressive. They should be animal aggressive. That's what their nature was. Just like.
Okay, he's mentioning about animal aggression. Perhaps he's saying my dogs should be aggressive towards each other. Again, while I can't do this all the time, I try to do it for as long as possible within the pack, so that way there is a social acceptance between the dogs. Even when I see that the signs are beginning to turn on, that one is going to try to dominate the other one, and the other one, of course, is like, no, that's not going to happen. At that point, I say, okay, this individual's, if it becomes persistent, or those traits are not halted quickly, again, those can be turned into a fight, and then they become enemies for life. Well, they can't see each other because they'll try to get to each other somehow if they're in different rooms and blah blah blah. You know, so I don't want to get to that point. I want to get them to say, okay, I see that if they're together, they would eventually get into a fight. I'd rather just perhaps if one is in the cage in the living room and the other one's outside, they just see each other like nothing, you know, because nothing ever happened really. But it doesn't mean that these individuals will be great let loose outside. No, I do not. I always carry breaking sticks, so that way we can't prevent or minimize any type of accident. Okay. Anyway, but I am appreciating these videos because I am hoping that people see that I am trying to make a positive out of this nonsense of people making videos out of me or criticizing me. Just breaking it down with logic and facts. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it here. This is part 2 of the series of breaking down the Master of Nothing or Master of BS. Just I didn't do it to you, buddy. You did it to yourself. Learn your lesson. Don't mess with Tony Montana, because I'm the I really am the master of logic and facts, and I don't BS. I don't. I hold nothing back unless you have what you don't have. So anyway, this is Tony Montana. Stay tuned for part 3.